So let's play Paladin's Quest. I'm the Paladin's Quest. Let's play 7th Saga on the Serious CG. I was thinking Paladin's Quest because, although it seemed to have just picked up on it late, Pancakes Guy referenced it in a comment on my Mystery Maniac Mansion LP. Mystery Science Theater LP. I can't think today. Maybe I shouldn't be LPing at all. But, yeah, so, 7th Saga, we're getting near the end, folks. However, I did want to give a quick shout-out to Zerfall. Zerfall. I think that's how you're meant to say his username. He is actually LPing a game. Now, I think it was 9 Inch Nails 8 Halos recommended I play this game, and thank you so much for that, 9 Inch Nails 8 Halos. I don't know how I can ever repay you for that suggestion, but he mentioned since then that, yeah, you know, this game is actually kind of irritating, but the sequel, Mystic Arc, is a lot of fun. Well, that sequel never came out in the States. I don't think it ever came out anywhere but Japan, and it was translated by fans eventually. And Zerfall is playing the sequel, which, from what I've seen so far, some of it, of course, it's his first LP ever, but he's already, you know, I think doing a pretty entertaining job, and the game itself is just kind of much more lighthearted and fun than this game seemed to be. But, there's a certain amount of puzzle solving going on in addition to just fighting lots of enemies. So, but you don't get to choose your character. There appeared to be several at the beginning. It looked like they were setting it up. There were going to be a bunch of different characters. Lux the Tetujin is in there, although it's probably not meant to be the same Lux. But it's a Tetujin, a witch, an ogre instead of an alien. I mean, they're setting up all these different things, but you end up playing as a generic hero. It looks like maybe the other heroes will be recruitable or something. But anyway, let's not talk about Mystic Arc right now, although I'd probably rather be LPing that. Let's finish up with 7th Saga. It's not an awful game or anything, folks. It's not the best SNES JRPG that ever came out, let's put it that way. But we are getting close to the end of it. We are now in the town of, what's the name of it? Mendelum, whatever. It's the place that's like Atlantis. But we're in the past. Somebody told us to go to Palsu because they need guidance from their mother, what it was. So let's go to Palsu because it's a town that's been mentioned by a character and we haven't been to it yet. I hate these guys because we can't run away from them. Love that. Dodge like a crazy bitch. Yeah, the ice not nearly as effective as him just wailing on this thing. I think they make a pretty good team, Asuna and Ulvan, but I'm told Asuna is the best character to play as when you're soloing, and I don't see it, man. Like, her melee isn't as bad as you'd think, but magic is just hard to use effectively in this game, in my opinion. Your opinion may vary, but then again, the odds are you've never played this game, so you'll have to defer to my judgment. Ha 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 ha. There we go, that's what I like to see. Irritating high-pitched automatic death spell killing everyone. F-Witch in the Spirit. On K-Rock Morning Zoo. But I've taken them out. Okay, so let's talk to everyone we can in this new town. This is either the last or second to last town in the game, folks, so hang in there, we're almost there. Welcome to Palsu, Jade! It's generic temple. Welcome to my 8 cost 12G to say one night, G. I cannot be bothered with this place. Now, some of the comments that you guys have been leaving on this LP, we were mostly talking about the game itself. Not criticizing or praising my LP, just talking about the flaws with the game. Many bright young people from this town are working in Melanam. And I gotta tell you, man, some of the stuff you guys are saying is kind of nasty. Maybe I just haven't thought hard enough, and maybe I agree with you completely, but, like, Bobo the Vulture was talking about how, like, the architecture and the layout of this game just defies any description is so completely pointless that rather than making you want to explore the world or sort of guiding you on a path through the world, it just seems empty, open, infinite, and useless. And I guess he's kind of right, but I wasn't really thinking I'd be that grandiose with it, but yeah. Many people who wish to visit Melanam are stranded here because of this little boy with his man voice. I mean, freaking monster parents, I haven't heard from my father in Melanam either. But no, I think it's true. There's like so much open space in this this map where you just wander around and fight random enemies. That's a big problem that I had with Final Fantasy 12, the last single-player one for the PS2. You just wander around this huge world, and 90% of it's just places where you find monsters. Are you from Melanam? My son Foru is from working there. If you are returning from Melanam, will you take this letter to him? No, we're not your messenger. That's alright. You probably don't have time for it. Okay, at least she was nice about it. Thank you very much. I'm sure my son will be very happy. I soon receive the letter. No. Would you please receive this letter? Would you please take this letter to my son? I've written it in his mother. Sorry, I'll start over. Would you please take this letter to Jushu? I have pretended to be his mother and written in this letter telling him to come serve Cao Cao. Once he gets here, his real mother will commit suicide. It's a pretty sad, but kind of hard to believe and ridiculous story. Every young person has gone to Melanam, and only old people and children are left in this town. Old women with men voices. Manly male voices. Can't imagine that there are any females still watching this LP because they're just so overcome by the manliness of my voice that it drives them wild. Oh, your Melanam is more advanced than any other country. My voice changes in mid-sentence. That's nice, little girl. My voice sounds just like yours. All female voices sound exactly the same in Cheiji Let's Plays because Cheiji could never make a living as a voice actor if his life depended on it. Meanwhile, I've gone into the weapons and armor shop in another save state, and I've gotten Suna an immortal cane, immortal armor, and a brilliant tiara, which I think some of the items I found, like amulet and stuff, have effects that are probably better than the brilliant tiara, but the brilliant tiara has the best, like, just base stat raising. And he's got immortal axe, Kryn armor, and an immortal shield. I believe at this point, on this save state, my characters have the best possible equipment, and they're now above the level at which the fat guy read said you really need to be to beat the final boss. So this is pretty much any fighting I do between here and the end of the game is incidental. I've bought everything I need to buy. I'm as strong as I'm going to ever probably get. Wait, no, I need to talk this. I need to make sure that I get the letter from this lady. No, this is not the same lady, though. I don't want to make 2 trips down here. Thank you very much. Okay, I already got the letter from her on the save state. Excellent. Well, let's return to Melanam. Now that we have a letter from a old woman, surely the game's plot will break wide open for us. We're as strong as we're ever gonna get, old man. Well, I actually used to be a little stronger when I was younger, but, I'm as strong as I need to be to succeed in your quest. Thanks a lot, old man. Still, don't worry about it being old and stuff. I mean, not everyone can be young and hot like me. Oh, thank you. I don't like you very much, Asuna. And I don't like you. Alright, folks. Let's find an inn to save and rest and recuperate and... That's another shopkeep. This would appear to be an inn. Welcome to my inn. It costs 72 gangsters a night. Wow, this is an expensive inn, but... And you'll notice that I've got, like, no money left because I spent everything on the last pieces of armor and equipment. But like I said, I also have nothing left to really spend money on, so it's fine. Let's go talk to that guy now that we've got the letter. His babies wrote him a letter. His baby being his mom. Creepy. It is really creepy, the relationship between this guy and his mom. It's like that one movie whose name I forget. Oh, The Drifters, that's what I'm thinking of. It's just like that thing in The Drifters. That movie will make you wanna puke. It's pretty good, a solid plot. And then this mom throws herself at her son. I guess you may be into that, I'm not. You have a letter for me from my mother. Thank you for the delivery. Soon I handed the letter to Tafuro. There isn't much I can do to return the favor, but I thought you might be interested in our new project. Would you like to see it? Nah, we don't care. No, it would have been nice to get your opinion on it. It would have... Okay, let's go. Let's go to the laboratory, because this is where the plot wants us to go, of course. We are walking slowly while he jerks around. He's really fidgety when he walks, and we're just kind of like... Listen, I'm sorry about that, argument we had earlier, old man. It wasn't an argument. Well, I just stopped talking to me. Alright, fine. At least you didn't betray me and take one of the runes. Kinda wish I had now. If we hadn't united the runes, we'd be in our own time. But we are in your time, aren't we? I mean, weren't you a little boy 10,000 years ago? Alright, bitch. Get the opinions of everyone else first, then meet Dr. Fail. Oh my god, your project's being led by Dr. Fail. I don't have high hopes for this project. Get the opinions of everyone else first, then meet Dr. Fail. This isn't an ordinary Tatujan. It can evoke the evil might of the Dark World and use that power for our purposes. We call it Foma. If you want to know more about it, ask Dr. Fail. He's in the back room. Thanks, Bernard. We don't have any time to spare now that Sorrow is defeated. Sorrow, you mean? I strongly object to the plan. Making a machine like that is just too dangerous. You're right, Bernard. All of these guys are nerds and thus Bernard. This project is too risky. It's the only option we have now. If we succeed with this project, we will prove we are even more powerful than Sorrow. What about God? It's still possible considering technological development. These guys are bigger than Jesus, or at least that's what they think. What's going on down here? Nothing. Thank you, 7th Saga, for another completely pointless room. Ugh. At least we don't encounter random enemies in there. Let's talk to Dr. Fail. You have failed to talk to Dr. Fail. You failed to defend the base. More weird walking behind Mr. Fidgety Guy. Do-do-do-do-do-do, Doctor. This is Dr. Fail. He is in charge of this project. Let's see if we can leave without... Because I think talking to him will obviously trigger a boss fight. We don't want that. So let's get out of here. Hey, we can escape. Neat, but the game's not going anywhere until we talk to Dr. Fail, so... Did you see that Tatujan, my masterpiece? I'm afraid that we are trying to accomplish is too dangerous. The Dark World should be left alone. We shouldn't touch it. Oh, so this Tatujan has Dark World powers, huh? Yeah, what could possibly go wrong? We will be able to defeat Gorcia with that power, but we are not certain whether we can control it afterwards. Foma may become a worse enemy than Gorcia, so I'm thinking of terminating the project. We will just have to wait until the next Sorrow arrives. The next Sorrow might be in the form of your machine. Ooh, Zing, you see what I did there, folks? This machine will bring nothing but sorrow to the land. That's what I'm thinking. Anyway, alright, well that was interesting. Let's get out of here. Surely, now that they're shutting down the project, everything's going to be fine. So, we just got to go back to the airship. Maybe there'll be a new destination we can visit, or... I don't know. My mission is to protect this town. Good job, buddy. Keep it up. The scientists and engineers are arguing about how to develop the weapon. The Whoppet. We need a firm leader to tell us to go... to make it a whole group that's in charge of building Whoppets. We need to build some Whoppets. Okay. Yeah, so we found out all about the ultimate Tatujan, Foma, who uses the power of the Dark World, so that was interesting. But it doesn't seem to have led us anywhere, so I guess we're just going to get out of here. And I tell you, the first time I played through this game, this far, I was thoroughly lost as to what I was supposed to be doing at this point. I had wondered at one point, I was like, is this game just fucking with me now? We've been sent to the past. We can't defeat Garizo, or Garcia, or whoever. So, like, it's over. Only privileged people live in this town. It is known for its high society. My dad is the greatest scientist. That's fine, but what the hell am I supposed to be doing? This is the town of Melanab, known for great scientific technology. Do I have to go back to Palsy? I've gone over 15 minutes now, but I'd kind of like to end this video with some idea of what's next. Ah! A severe musical change gives me an idea of what might be next, folks. Alright, folks, when we come back, 3 guesses as to what all-powerful Tetujin is destroying the city, and the first 2 don't count unless they're FOMO. We'll see you next time.